Hello everybody, TA Drag Racer. Welcome to iRacing. This is street stock class.
Looks like you're clear on pit exit. Okay, Robert. We've got 2 laps to set a decent time.
Race a run. Here's qualifying. I hope you enjoy. I'm in the process of going for my B license. I need to get my safety rating up. I need about 1.25 or so. So this is the race. I've been trying to pick races that I don't have to buy a lot of content until I get up, decide exactly what I want to run. We get 2 laps in the qualifying. So, see how we do.
P5. Fastest lap for Edwards, 23.6.
At the end of qualifying, P5, as everybody else qualifies, I end up in P6, I believe, to start the race. And we will do that shortly.
What's your speed limit in the pits?
Okay, we're lining up for the grid. I qualified in 6th, so I'll start in the 6th position. I'd appreciate it if you like the content, give us a thumbs up and consider subscribing to the channel. I'm going to put out as much content as I can, iRacing and other forms of sim racing. You can check the description in the video file, and I have a Discord and other information about my systems and such. But I hope you enjoy the race.
B6, 50 laps. Follow car number 10 in the outside column.
The safety rating's currently somewhere in the 2.7 range, 2.7, 7.1, 7.2, something like that. I don't know exactly. At the end of the season, we have a couple weeks left in the season. At the end of the season, as long as I get over 3, I'll get promoted to a B class license. I haven't raced as much this time because there's not a whole lot of classes that I don't have to purchase things for. So I'm trying to be as thrifty as possible. I'm not sure which classes I like and which ones I want to end up in. So I'm going to try to get up to the A license and then decide that. Start purchasing content. Of course, I have purchased some content so that I can race. I'm trying on road racing and oval track racing. My road racing.
Okay, Robert, get ready.
My road racing, I've got it up, so I'll qualify to B for that, and that's what I'm attempting to do for this. So my main emphasis is try to maintain a good safety rating. I hope it's a good, clean race. This is the 3rd race I've done. The 2nd one I raced without incident, but I only picked up a few points. I didn't pick up a lot, 0.2 I think. It's better than the first one. I picked up 0.2, 0.02. So I had a crash at the beginning of the race. It was my fault.
Still there.
Second one I raced without incident. Did lose I rating.
Gran is now in the lead.
Clear low.
qualified 13th, ended up I think about 11th in that race. And this one qualified 6th, and we'll see how it works out.
Inside. Hold your line.
The leader's just done it, 23.6. The guy ahead has just done it, 23.7. 7th position. Your lap time was 24.8.
Hold your line.
Trying to be a little
Still
conservative here with my first races, getting knocked out, and
Hold
not
your
having
line.
very good safety rating. So main emphasis
Still there.
on not really racing these guys as hard as I can.
Still there.
New fastest.
Clear inside.
So when they come to
Inside.
challenge me, I'm not
E9.
blocking them.
Clear inside.
But I'm trying to pay attention to where everybody's at.
Car outside.
That's a new fastest lap for Brown, 23.3.
Still there.
That was a 24.4. That's
Clear outside.
Don't be confused about the overlays on the screen. One's lap timing. I got the FPS up at the top. I've tried to turn that off a couple times. It hasn't. I have a 240 hertz monitor, 2K that I'm using. You can see I'm getting pretty good frames per second. I got pretty good graphics set up.
P8. That's your quickest lap in this session.
I have overlays that you don't see on the screen that have the relative and the standings. I have it set to game mode so it doesn't show the
Fastest lap
overlays,
for
it just shows
Edwards,
what you can see if you
23.3.
load the game. They just add a lot of noise to the screen. The lap timing there, I use that for relative when I don't have the overlays on. That's something you need in iRacing to have that. And I also have, you can see the gears and the braking, that type of thing, so you can see that. But I do have a relative and standings and a radar on the screen as well. You just don't see them because they're overlays.
Good lap. That's your best in the session. Full course caution.
First caution we've had. In the previous races, we had lots of cautions. You could run about 4 laps and
Pits
you
are
go
closed.
into caution.
Race cars out. Line up
So
single
everybody's
file.
doing a nice
Car
clean
number
race here. I really
0,
appreciate
6.
that. It's a lot more fun. You're actually racing. People aren't just being reckless, trying to get ahead.
Pits are open.
Everybody's behaving well, and so far it's been a really fun race. So far I found on the oval tracks, best strategy, at least for me, you figure out your stopping points, which is around where the lights are. I hit the brakes enough to get turned in, then coast through the kern and gradually go back to power. If you do it too quickly, you end up spinning out. If you use too much brakes, you spin out. So you just try to get into a rhythm and go. I'm not on the top of the echelon as far as lap times. I can do 3.6, 3.5s I've done. People on the top are doing 3.0s on this track. Or I should say 33.0s. And some of them
Full course
have
yellow.
done
Pits are open.
some high 32s. I do a 33.5 is about as quick as I run. But you just need to be steady and try to stay out of trouble. Those are the main things on these types of races. Last week I raced the Indy cars on oval. It was Talladega. And I actually won one of those races, my first iRacing one. And it was just from staying back, keeping out of trouble. I went to the pits at the right time. We had to make a pit stop. It was a 50-lap race. You need a pit stop for gas. I was one of the last ones to pit. A lot of people were pitting early, but we had so many warnings that didn't use that much gas. So I just hung in there. And when I came out from that pit, I was in like 6th place, and I raced to the front. We raced clear to green. I had about 13 laps to go, I think, and ended up winning the race. So sometimes you just got to be nice and steady.
Pace car is out. Pits are closed.
I have a tendency to throw caution to the wind sometimes. When I'm racing, I just gotta try to get in front of the guy in front of me, or not let somebody get around me. That's not always the best strategy to take, I'm finding. Sometimes it just takes a little patience. Just try to remain clean race.
Green flag, we're racing. P5.
You've got a car high. Hold your line. Hold your line.
I'm using a clutch and
Clear
4-speed
outside. Car high. You're clear outside.
H pattern shifter. And most of the circle track cars, regardless of what class you're racing, once you get to the top gear, that's where you stay. It's at 4 speeds. Unless it's a really short track, you may run in 3rd gear. Or depends on the track. And the class car you're in. They're a lot of fun. There's actually a little more strategy to this than you can imagine. Your tires will start to go bad. I find it a pretty enjoyable way to race. I didn't know I would like that. I was doing most of the road racing. I like that as well. This gets addicting.
The guy ahead's last lap time is at 23.5.
Maintaining a gap on the cars behind me, which I like. Keeps me safe from the rear.
The gap behind is
And
increased to 0.9.
I can maybe pick up my time a little bit, but I found when I push it too much, I start spinning out. I don't want to do that. So I'm kind of just following these cars, doing the best I can. Stay behind them and stay in front of the ones behind me.
Your last lap time was at 23.8. P2, Morgan is leading the race.
Still have 21 laps to go, so it's still a long race.
P3.
There's only been one caution, we're doing pretty well.
Okay, Robert, you're reeling, Morgan.
If I can catch somebody, I will.
That last lap was
I'm not adverse to
24.0.
advancing my position. You still got a bit of a lead on me there. These cars, you're running them right on the fine line of losing traction, spinning out. They're fairly big, heavy cars with small tires. They're not like an open wheel car with huge tires on them. On a drag race, I had a 75 Monza with a 550-inch big block.
24.1.
And we've had 16-inch wide slicks on the rear and little dinky tires on the front.
Gap to Morgan ahead is now 0.8.
So these have about as much contact patch as a street car. They topped up a little bit.
Okay, Robert, that's half distance. You're looking good for fuel.
Still got a pretty good lead on the ones behind me. Was picking up on this guy, but he's picked up a little bit. I'll slow down a little bit.
P3.
I was using a lot more braking. People really catching me in the corners. We're pulling away from me in the corners. Now I'm just tapping the brake to get into the corner. Coasting and getting at gas as soon as I can get away with it. A lot depends on the line you take, how quickly you get through these corners.
Ahead is now 1.5. The gap to Martin behind is now 1.4.
And I'm still learning. Indy cars are a lot easier to drive. They have big wide tires, very light cars.
That lap time was 23.9.
Here comes the car out of the pits. Probably got pretty fresh tires. He's a lap car. Some will just let you around. Some stay right in the race.
Car
Not
low.
sure what he's going to do. Gotta be careful with him.
Hold your line. Inside clear.
Martin is getting closer. The gap's now 0.9.
Doesn't matter that he's in front of me. I'm still in position 3. He's a lap. I don't know how many laps he's back. But he's definitely a lap car.
That lap time was 24.3.
I gotta watch the more time I play with him, the closer the guy behind me is getting.
That was 23.9.
I'm not sure why so many cars went to the pits. I don't think they were
That
damaged.
was
They've only had one
23.8.
caution. They must have figured tires would benefit them. My practices, I went up to 70 laps on the same set of tires. They were down about 50% for them on the front left. The rest of them held up pretty good. The only problem with my testing, these are fixed setup cars. And I went into the race and used that as the blueprint to go in and test. But It allowed me to change the air pressure in my tires, so I reduced the air pressure in some of the tires, and it seemed to handle a little better. My times went down, and the tires were a little more consistent. But then when I got in the race today, and it's not going to let me change the tire
Time
pressure.
was 24.1.
There's another lap
High.
probably going on.
Clear high.
What you see on the screen is what I see. I only have a single monitor right now. I'd eventually like to maybe go to triple screens. We'll see.
Your lap time was at 24.0.
Right now your spotter is your lifeline plus I'm using crew chief.
Car high. Clear high.
I also have the JJ's spotter pack, which is
The gap to Martin behind is now
made
1.0.
for older track racing like this. I should have turned that on instead of this one. They're a little more colorful, I should say. And also, like you said, I can see the radar on my screen, which will show me people as they come up beside me, behind me, in front of me.
That lap was at 23.9.
Of course, I can see them in
Okay,
front
Robert,
of me.
that's good consistency. Keep it up.
With the rearview mirror, I can see behind me pretty much. Still got 12 laps to go. A lot of laps. I lengthened my lead again a little bit behind me. And they're pretty much up in front a little too far now. I can't really catch them easily. I don't think it's worthwhile to do that at this point. Starting to slip a little more, so I'm getting some tire wear. Try to keep the times down the high, not 33s or low 34s. Preferably high 33s.
You've just done a 24.0.
Catching me again in the back a little bit. A little closer. 9 laps.
The gap to Morgan in front is now
Another lap
1.6
going
seconds.
for me.
That lap was at 24.1. The gap
On the outside.
They let me around, that was nice. Thank you.
Clear high.
Appreciate that, Jeffrey. Michael, even though he's
lap times are pretty consistent.
up in front of me pretty good, but I'm not sure who that little machine is. And the cautions, he's happening pretty quickly. I got a pretty good lead.
The gap to Morgan in front is now 2.0.
And Morgan's 2.0 in front. That's probably about how far they're behind me right now. Maybe less. A little hard to judge. Looks like I'm
You've
up
just
about
done a
1, 2.
24.1.
Jesse Turkle. Four laps to go.
last lap time was at 24.2.
Slowing down a little bit there.
The gap behind is now 1.0.
He's gained on me a couple of hundreds. A couple tenths of a second.
2 laps left. We're on for a podium here. You've just done a 24.1.
Concentrate, keep it on the track. Just a second before we start skidding over. I didn't practice. I had practice for this. I had 13 incidences. Maybe I might just come out trying to push it a little too hard.
Alright, Robert. One more to go. Keep it together. We'll be on the podium.
Final lap. No flags out.
The gap to Morgan ahead is now 2.6.
And there's a checker flag.
Podium finish. Nice one.
Cool. Third place finish. Started in 6th. I'll take that any day. Now let's cut away and see what my rating is. Okay, let's take a look to see what the results are. I got a 0.64 safety rating increase. It put me up to 3.46. So I'm able to be promoted to B license now for ovals. Got a 55 increase in iRating. I really like that too. See, first and second both got a, looks like a 76 or 78 increase. They did real well. The biggest gain was Jeffrey Hudson in 4th, had a plus 80 iRating increase. That's very good. And see who the biggest loser was. Looks like minus 85 down, John Pennington, 17th. I hope you enjoyed the show, and if you found it valuable, please subscribe. Watch some of my future broadcasts. Take care.